Hi, this is Master Pain and welcome to my channel. In this video I would like to deeply go through what is, in my opinion, the best combo to output the highest damage to finish your enemy. I'll mark its pros and cons, possible extenders and modifications, so without further ado let's get to it. The combo roughly looks like this. You start with Midnight Stinger, into Shadow Kick, Shadow Eruption and Shadow Ignition. And here's a tricky part because you need to squeeze in the beat kick right after Ignition's second hit. After that, Blade of Darkness from Amulet Stance, immediately followed by Cry of Darkness. And here's where you can add extenders, which I will talk about in a second. But first, let's divide this combo in 3 simple steps to make it easier for you to understand and learn. The first step is a boosting part of the combo, and I would really like to stress it enough. The following skills are to disable enemy while getting buffs, not to solely kill the enemy. Midnight Stinger, Shadow Kick and Shadow Eruption. What's really great about this combination is that it's very universal. You can use it on either grounded or standing enemy. Midnight Stinger adds 40% critical hit chance for the next 10 seconds, and it has a stiffness, which is a great way to catch the disrupted enemy. An example from Nightmare. Also, stiffness doesn't work on grounded enemies, so it's not counted towards the CC limit. So you might ask, why would you use that combination on the grounded foe? Simple answer is that the whole step is flashy quick, because all 3 skills cancel each other. But to ensure Midnight Stinger's effectiveness, here's the Shadow Kick and its role is roughly the same. Shadow Kick adds 10% to critical hit chance for the next 9 seconds with a skill add-on. It also has a stiffness, so you might ask, why would you double that from the Midnight Stinger? To ensure its effectiveness. And also the CC system works that if 2 of stiffness effects follow in rapid succession, the second is not counted towards the CC limit. Shadow Kick also has a down smash chance in it, and again here's where you secure the grounded enemy while you're getting buffed. The other add-on to Shadow Kick is casting speed, which with the skill itself makes it faster to follow with Shadow Eruption. This is why you would take Shadow Kick instead of Scattering Shadow. It's faster and you can add on it. So the third skill in this step is Shadow Eruption, which animation is cancelled by Shadow Kick. It has a floating CC, but the essence lies within the add-ons, where you get plus 10 PvP attack and plus 10 casting speed for 5 seconds. This wraps up the boosting step, in which you get total of plus 50% critical, plus 10 PvP attack, plus 10% casting speed. You can engage standing or grounded enemies and most likely get them prepped with floating. The second step consists of Shadow Ignition with its various follow-ups. So the Shadow Ignition itself is a blasting damaging skill with a chance to float and then air smash in the same skill. And after that you have options to modify it in 2 ways. The most popular thing is to use cancelled turnback slash right after, which as a whole is a very powerful bursting combination. The damage is even more impactful if you manage to make it enhance with Black Spirit, which takes quite skill and practice to do. Myself, I was really enjoying this way until I've came up with a different approach where you incorporate more down smashes. So, as many of you know, you can cancel the Shadow Ignition with the beat kick. Yes, this is the one coming from the Crow Flare skill tree. You can do it either by pressing F or right mouse button during the Shadow Ignition, just like with Crow Flare. So what's the benefit of using it? The add-on to Beat Kick gives 10% chance of down smash, then the skill itself has an evasion debuff. Then you add the Blade of Darkness shot with Cry of Darkness, which again has a down smash and quite more multiplied damage than TBS's last hit. If your enemy gets down smashed at this point, it's gonna be easier with the third step, which are extenders. Within extenders, you can really use what's left in your kit, and the best skill to start here is Engulfing Shadow, which can be followed up with one of the 3 example ways. My favorite is Midnight Stinger into Violation, which as a whole is a very quick combination. Besides this, you can cast Turnback Slash for more damage, or Dark Flame for protection against enemy who might be standing up if somehow happens she's still alive. But by far the best extender in here is the Black Spirit Grim Reaper's Judgment, which can be further followed up by any of mentioned Engulfing Shadow combinations. I would use the Judgment only with Black Spirit because of its casting time, and this should leave your enemy speechless. To wrap this up, let's talk about pros and cons of this whole finishing combo. Starting with a major con, which is the necessity to have all the skills in a rotation ready to cast. This mostly means Shadow Eruption and Shadow Ignition, and I know how useful these are against flashy opponents. This forces you to use other skills to disable enemy. The other big con is that it can be hard to pull off in large-scale combat. This combo can be interrupted, so it requires a clear one-on-one situation. Other than that, you really need to practice the sets here to get deeply in muscle memory, to perform them quick and without the thinking. Then be aware of cooldowns for these skills, and here's where UI cooldown slots may come helpful. The pros for this finishing combo are simple. Is the highest burst damage output. You can use it either on grounded or standing enemies, and if they are not CC'd yet, you can catch them with Midnight Stinger, leading to a deadly finishing. And the last one, there are chances to get them grounded for longer if they survive the major hits. Since I'm aware of the fact that this combo is more 1v1 oriented, in the near future I will make a video about different one that I'm currently practicing, more suitable for large scale combat like RBF or the popular flashy playstyle, incorporating Shadow Eruption and Ignition disables. So this is everything I've prepared for this video. As usual, if you like it, I encourage you to give it a thumb up, subscribe if you didn't, and I hope to see you soon.